It's a football world. We're just passing through, and this is 8 Men In. Congratulations. Today, the XFL teams received their names, and I did this a couple weeks ago with Mark Tressman in what I call CFL South down in Tampa. What we're doing with 8 Men In is looking at the 8 coaches that they've hired and dissecting how we think their offenses are going to look in the less stall, more ball variety of game that the XFL is going to offer us this spring. So I have compiled notes. I have looked at every single team that every one of the head coaches has coached at and the offensive coordinators. And I am giving you guys a little quick rundown of what we can expect of things to come. So I've watched several games of Kevin Gilbride's offenses, and this is the drive that I have chosen to work on for the New York Guardians. This just in, they're the Guardians. So with that being said, it is week 17 in I want to say, what is it? It's 2011 or 2007? 2007. This is the first time Eli Manning took the Lombardi away from Tom Brady. And guess who the offensive coordinator was? It was Kevin Gilbride of the New York Guardians. Now, at that time, he was the offensive coordinator for the Giants. He had a little help there. Tom Coughlin was the head coach then. Tom Coughlin was the offensive coordinator for the Giants when Bill Parcells was the head coach, and guess who the defensive coordinator was? That was Bill Belichick, head coach of the New England Patriots. So they knew each other's systems well. So that would favor Tom Coughlin and, of course, favor Kevin Gilbride. Now, as you can see, I've gone ahead and predicted that Kevin Gilbride is going to go with a pocket quarterback that can move around. His running backs seem to be able to catch a ball here and there, but are predominantly just tough in between the tackles types of players. So real quick, this is 1st and 10, week 17. The Patriots are undefeated. The Giants, believe it or not, even at 9-6, I believe they were at the time, had already locked up a playoff spot. Members of the media were stupid enough to ask both teams' head coaches, are you going to play your starters? Are you going to play to win this game? You know, and then here Tom Coughlin, Kevin Gilbride and company saying, yeah, of course we want to win the game. It's on the schedule, right? And Bill Belichick, you know.
We're on to New York.
But with that being said, these teams did not sit any starters. They played balls to the wall for 4 quarters, and this was a very, very, very close game. And it's what, honestly, in my opinion, gave the Giants the fuel they needed to believe that they could beat, if they can get to the big dance, they could win the big dance, because they played an excellent game on this evening. So here we are. It's 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Giants get the ball first. This is your opening drive against potentially one of the greatest teams that we have ever seen in professional football. So we're going to start it off with 21 personnel. Okay. Kevin Gilbride, first of all, he is a pro-style offense. He will use formations that are going to be all over the place. He will never, rarely ever use the same formation 2 times in a row. He'll definitely never use the same formation with the same motion 2 times in a row. And the personnel packages will likely be different almost every single play. That's crazy. This guy gives you a whole lot to look at and study, and he's a very momentum-based vertical offense. And what I mean by that is that he let the previous play's results dictate what he calls next. That's what I mean by momentum-based. And when I say vertical, he is not afraid to go downfield unnecessarily during certain down and distances. So it could be 1st and 10 or 3rd and short, and he might throw one down the field 40 yards just because he feels like going downfield. That's what Kevin Gilbride does. Now, with that being said, he is very excellent at working with quarterbacks, especially young quarterbacks. Historically, it takes teams a year or two to really kind of dive into his offensive system. But luckily with the XFL, and I think I said this with Mark Trestman, everybody's starting at ground zero with the XFL. So I think it's a great opportunity for all these great offensive minds to come through and just, it's going to be just a Donnybrook, a battle royal. So here we are. He's going to start us off with 21 personnel, and you are going to see the strong side is to the left. Okay, strong side meaning where the tight end lines up. He is going to motion that fullback to the right side and give it to Jacobs, their big power back. And boy, oh boy, is that a tough run or what on 1st and 10, 6 or 7 yards against one of the greatest defense. Look at all these names: Wilfork, Seymour, Vrabel, Sayal, Bruschi. How did they lose again? Well, they played Eli. And Eli is coming on this drive. Don't worry. So here we are. It's 2nd and 3, maybe 2nd and 4. You're going to get 12 personnel this time. Let's take a look at it. What I mean by 12 personnel, the personnel, if you watch the last video that we did with the offensive packages, the number 12 talks about the positions on the field. And the two numbers, 1 and 2, in the number 12, 1 is for the running back and 2 is for the tight ends. Basically, that tells us what personnel package is on the field. It doesn't necessarily mean where they're lining up at all. You know, it has nothing to do with where they are on the field. It just matters, like, that's how you designate the package. So right now we can say they are operating out of the 12 personnel package. 1 running back, 2 tight ends. And then, of course, they've got 2 big body wide receivers. There's another thing that you want to remember with Kevin Gilbride. He loves big body possession wide receivers. These guys are going to be more than 6 feet tall, have very large hands, are not going to run less than a 4.3 or 4.40, but they are going to be able to leap up and grab balls over the coverage guys without a whole lot of issues. So, like I said, 12 personnel. This is actually a very great play. Keep in mind they're playing the undefeated Patriots. They just got a nice little gain on 1st down. It says 2nd and 6. I could have swore Jacobs, it looked like he got about 6 or 7 on the run, but whatever. Maybe he only got 4. But for the sake of the conversation, that's a pretty good run on 1st and 10 to open up the game. He is going to give us now a crazy play action pass. And everything that you see that happens is all Kevin Gilbride. You're going to see some slide block protection. All right, so the left side of the line is going to shift over and pretend like the run is coming to the left. Eli is going to take the direct snap. He's going to play action handoff, fake the handoff to Jacobs, who's a very big, powerful back who just got a good run on 1st down. And he is going to launch one downfield. Let's watch this play unfold. And by the way, everybody up here, they all bite, okay? Everybody bites on the play action. Watch how he okey-dokes everybody. This is great. There's a snap. Look, Bruschi's coming in. There's the play action. There's Eli. Gunslinger. And look at that beautiful. That is muy macho. That is just a great pass and an unbelievable leaping catch by Plexico Burress. Why Pittsburgh let him go? He must have really been a head case. Who knows? Well, he eventually shot himself in a nightclub, so whatever. But with that being said, he was able to help this team hoist the Lombardi in just a few more weeks. So what a great play. So now you get 1st and 10 on the 19-yard line. And now you're going to get the most common offensive package in the NFL today. 58% of the teams last year ran out of 11 personnel. This is where the league is currently at as far as what kind of offense we can expect to see the majority of teams running the majority of time. You've got your 1 running back, 1 tight end. Okay, there's Kevin Boss. We've seen him on the left side. Now we see Kevin Boss on the right side. And then, of course, we've got the 3 wide receivers. There's Smith, I believe that's Toomer, probably. And then Plexico Burress. Plexico Burress and Smith are usually at opposite ends of the field for the most part on Kevin Gilbride's offenses. But here we are at 11 personnel. They just had a big play, and they're going to come back. And Kevin Gilbride is hitting the gas pedal. Okay, here's a cool part. Here's where he shows you the size of his Johnson. All right, shotgun, another play action. Okay, Eli rolls out to the right, and look at the dart that he throws. All right, so let's go back a couple of seconds. All right, let's try to go back and see that again, because I want you to see all that he actually does here. There's a little bit more than just your play action pass and dart. So once again, he's got Jacobs lined up on the strong side of the field. Okay, he play actions, and then he goes out there drawing defenders this way. He's got two big body guys that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenders are looking at, and then Teddy Bruschi's probably eyeballing Jacobs on this play. That's if you include the linemen down here, there's 9. Not a whole lot of people looking at Steve Smith. So Steve Smith, who, by the way, when he was drafted, he was looked at as a burner. All right, and they really had high expectations for him coming in. Eli immediately after the play action rolls out to his right, and he's looking right at Smith, just waiting for the right time to throw this ball. This is a designed play to go right to the sideline. And look at the ball placement. Look at where he catches this ball. Now, unfortunately, it's a Dez caught it situation, right? He doesn't quite hold on to it. When he hits the ground, the ball pops out a little bit, and whatever. They don't convert the first down there, and that's all right. It's not the end of the world, because it's not the end of this drive, as you will see. But what a great play call, what a great design, and what a great execution between the design and the throw. And the catch actually was kind of there. If the ground might have been like 6 inches lower, he might have held on to the thing. Who knows? But football is a game of inches, right? So here we are. What we got here? That was your 11 personnel play. So we're 2nd and 10 now. We're going to come out with 21 personnel. Now, this is the second time we've seen the 21 personnel package with the Giants. They ran it on the first play of the game. 2 running backs, 1 tight end. Here's the Giants. They're going to challenge this play. They're going to fail, but they're going to challenge it nonetheless. So they challenged it and they failed. So here we come now. 21 personnel, 2 running backs. There's your tight end, 2 big body wide receivers. They're going to send the guy in motion to the inside. All right, you got. Oh, did I get that wrong? Hold up. Yeah, that's wrong. Okay, so you got it's 21. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 linemen. There's your tight end. There's Boss. He's back on the left side now. They're going to bring the wide receiver in. This is going to be a fullback lead dive. Right up the middle. Direct snap. Boom. Goes nowhere. Well, this guy right here was the best in the league at doing what he does. That's a guy named Vince Wilfork. He owns racehorses now. I don't know if you guys knew that. He's a pretty cool dude. He is he's one of them dirty South country boys. He's country buff, as we like to say up here in Washington, D.C. So it gave you another 21 personnel. They gave you wide receiver in motion, and then they just rammed it right up the middle. Now, it didn't work. They ran against the best defensive tackle in the league at the time, so, can't blame them. But whatever. 3rd and 10. All right, now 3rd and 10 is where you asked to man up. So what do? They're going to give you 11 personnel once again. All right, now look at the difference between the 11 personnel that we saw last time and the 11 personnel we see this time. Like I said, it's not really pertaining on where guys are lining up, but the personnel package is out there. So 11, there's your running back, there's Boss, your tight end, 1, 2, 3 wide receivers. Smith down here again, all by himself. But look at the bunch. They've got him in a bunch here now. Now this is a great play call, because this is the route is designed to steal away excellent defenders as a diversion to hit their primary target, who they throw it to the primary target on the route. It's all a design for their primary target, but a diversion towards him. Now, why they bite on this is beyond me. With 10 yards to gain, I'm not sure exactly why they were fooled on this play, but they were fooled nonetheless. Asante Samuel is the best, one of the best, if not the best, cover corner in the league, and he covers the wrong guy on this play. So let's see how this unfolds. Eli's back in the shotgun, by the way. Okay, there is no motion on this play. Boom. Now, the ball has been snapped. Look at where Eli is looking. Okay, you see Plexico Burris here. I have a feeling he's looking... Where's he at? He's looking at Boss. I think Boss is like in the blurry blip that we don't see right now. Okay? Boom. And throws a dart right where he needs to. It was 3rd and 10. Where does he throw it? Unlike the Redskins, who would throw it 6 yards up the field on 3rd and 10, he throws it 10 yards up the field for a first down. So that is why they got into the playoffs, and that is why they ended up winning the Super Bowl. But a perfect execution to a perfect play, creating the right diversion to get their man just open enough to get an opportunity to catch a great pass and convert with a great catch. Boom, first down, move the chains. Thank you very much. All those great players on the defense have no answer right now for what Kevin Gilbride is sending out there to Eli. Okay, so now, 13 personnel. Oh my God, this kills me. Look at Tom Brady. He's upset already. We're only, 3 minutes and 4 seconds into the game. He can't wait to get out there. How's his hair doing today? So, this is 13 personnel. Now, last week I did the personnel packages video, and I think I mentioned this at the end. It's one of those packages that you don't bother talking about much because, hell, they're never even effing using it. 13. 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 tight ends. You got 1 wide receiver on the field, okay? So the 13 is the 1 and the 3. This is a jumbo or a big package, okay? This is something you only see like right on the goal line or like, 4th and 1, 3rd and 1. You need to, you know what I mean? You put in your biggest, fattest guy that can carry the ball without fumbling, and you hope and pray you get that touchdown or first down, whatever it is. 13 personnel. Now, they are going to send the wide receiver in motion, if my memory serves me correct. And they're going to go ahead and hand off the cookie to the big boy. Once again, unfortunately, he's stoned like a Haitian dictator right there for a gain of 0. Okay? Big fat donut for you, Brandon. But that's okay. That is A-okay because Kevin Gilbride says, but wait, there's more. He's going to come right on back out. No pressure. What are we talking about here? What do we got? 2nd and goal from the 8? Okay, he's in pretty good shape. Opening drive of the game, you know what I mean? Last game of the season. He's going to give us 12 personnel now from the 8-yard line. Again, 1 running back. There's Kevin Boss. There's 1. And if you squint your eyes, you'll see 1, 2. There's your center. 3, 4, 5, 6. There's your second tight end right there with his hand in the dirt. So it's 1 and 2. That's your 12 personnel. Then, of course, he's got Plexico, another receiver out on the field. Looks to be in motion. Okay, so what do they have in store here? I have a feeling this play is going to be pretty cool. I believe so. So this is considered the strong side, by the way. Even though they have 2 tight ends out here now, the guy that's got his hand in the dirt, because he is on the line of scrimmage, that makes the right side the strong side. So when we talk about what is the Will, what is the Sam, what is the Mike, and all that, here's your Sam linebacker. Your Sam linebacker, S-A-M, Sam, is usually lined up 5 to 7 yards off the line of scrimmage, and he will split the difference between the guy that's on the end of the line and the next receiver that's out on the field. So if my theory is correct on that, let's double check that and see where Mike Vrabel is standing. He is about almost 5 yards off the ball. I bet he is, because that red line, 1, 2, 3, 4, he's almost 5. And he is about at the 50-yard line between the guy that's at the end of the line and the receiver here. So that's typically where your Sam linebacker will wind up in these types of situations. So with that being said, here comes a play. All right, what are they going to do? What are they going to do with this package, this 12 personnel package? I have a feeling they're going to do something pretty cool here. As a matter of fact, they are going to do something very cool. This is the culmination of this drive. Okay, I thought there was one more play after this, but I forgot. This is a spoiler alert. It's a scoring drive. There is so much going on right here. Eli does a great job looking at the receiver that he's not going to throw to, and he waits for the route to develop to the guy that he is going to throw to, and it's a design play to Brandon Jacobs, okay? It's a design play to get the key defenders not covering him. Watch what he does here. This is great. Here's the motion, okay? What's he doing? That motion and him inching up a little bit lets Eli know that they are not playing zone, but they are playing man. Boom. There's a snap. Where's Eli looking? He's looking upfield. He's looking at Boss right now, I think. I think he's looking right at Boss. So what does that do? That takes him, and that takes him, and that takes him. All eyeball effing Boss. Okay? Well, looks like he wants to come down. It's too late. He hits Brandon Jacobs for a couple of yards there. Remember, keep in mind, it's second and goal. It's second and goal, so he's not necessarily designing this play to score 6. Boom, 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 boom. Touchdown. Brandon Jacobs catches the ball, okay? Not only does he make the catch, but then all of a sudden he finds the speed burst button. And then all of a sudden he hits the truck button. I mean, he hits like 3 Madden buttons, signature move buttons on this play, gets a touchdown, makes a statement right here, week 17, saying, you know what? We don't give a shit if you're 15-0. We don't care what you guys think you are. You're the greatest team or whatever. Where did you say you guys play again? Boston? We don't care. Get the hell out of here. We're the New York Football Giants, and Kevin Gilbride has got an offensive system for that ass. So you guys just saw some of that. A very traditional system that a coach who's very old school, he has been around since Christ was a corporal, is going to incorporate for the XFL. He's going to bring an old system to a new league. And that, my friends, is AFW's 8 Men In for Kevin Gilbride and the XFL Guardians of New York. Thanks for watching. Cheers.